Hello everyone, I am Meerkat Books. In this video we are watching another horror story animation, best of 2021 compilation. There's 277 horror stories. These better be some good horror stories because I might be wasting my time. Before the video starts, make sure you guys get some covers, I guess. And also, make sure you leave a like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. You guys know when new videos come out. Also, comment down below what was the most scariest thing you guys ever seen. So we're only going to be watching 3 of these videos. Y'all know the rules. If you guys don't know the rules, we're only gonna be watching 3 videos in like one story. So there's like 207 videos. So these better be good.
I am highly terrified of this web platform called OnlyFans. A few years back, I was dating this girl from my workplace. We met through mutual friends, and she was strikingly beautiful. Every guy at the office approached her, and she rejected all of them.
Damn.
Even though I had a crush on her, I never told her, because I knew she would reject me as well.
Yeah, I don't think that's not gonna happen, but you can go ahead and shoot your shot. It might work, but yeah.
One afternoon, I was sitting in the cafeteria talking to a female colleague of mine. She came to give some files to her, and we got introduced. There was something magical in her smile that blew my mind right away. We only talked for 5 to 10 seconds, and her
5 to 10 seconds, interesting.
attractive stare pierced my heart. I tried my best to control my reactions, but I was pretty sure she saw me anyway. After coming home, I cooked dinner. I turned on the TV to watch a game while eating my dinner. As the game ended, I decided to go to bed, just when I got a text from that girl. "Hi, Betty here. Took your number from Sally." My heartbeat got faster that she asked for my number on her own, and texted me as well.
I don't think that, but sure.
We chatted for almost an hour that night.
This is Blankos, the free-to-play multiplayer game where you can unlock, earn, and sell.
The more I spent time with Betty, the harder I fell for her. She had dreamy eyes and a perfect figure to attract everyone's attention around her. We became closer and started dating. We went on trips and I introduced her to my common friends. Betty often stayed back at my place. I told her everything about me, but on the contrary, she shared very little about herself.
What? If you tell someone like all the stuff, like, hey, here's my address, here's my name, here's my last name, here's my female name, here's my, that doesn't make any sense. Here's my pet's name, here's my nickname, all that. And so all that she tells you is just her name and her birthday and stuff like that.
I've never been to her place, but these small issues never struck me because I was too blind to think otherwise. Whatever she told me or asked me, I did without questioning her once. Being with her made me feel why people say love is blind. After a few months of dating, Betty told me that she needed to find an apartment, as her previous place had been sold out to a permanent tenant.
Huh? How does that make any sense?
I asked her that if she wanted to move in with me, because I was serious about us at that moment. She replied with a spontaneous yes, as if she was waiting for me to ask her this question. I was happy that I had finally found someone to share my life with. Betty could be a bit forceful when it came to things she wanted. She wanted a big house, which was quite unnecessary for 2 people right at the moment. But to make her happy, I rented
How does she got a car and she doesn't even have a house?
a bigger house, and we moved in there. Betty left her job, saying she wanted to teach online classes, as it'll be an easy way to make money from home. I didn't stop her.
How is that making easy money? Oh wait, money from online.
Or rather, I couldn't. I let her do the things she wanted to do. I left for the office every morning, and when I came home, I often saw Betty dressed too nicely. I asked her why she dressed like that every evening, to which she often replied she wanted to look beautiful for me. I felt lucky to have so
God, that beautiful. This is definitely wrong at all.
much of her attention, but something strange started to happen. Every morning I woke up with a throbbing headache. My health started to deteriorate
And there's also a little scratch on you. Interesting.
with time. I thought this might be happening off the stress in my workplace, so I shrugged it off. But the problems started to grow bigger with time. I started noticing small bruises on my body, which I had no idea about. What felt even more strange to me was that Betty didn't even notice all these changes. One day, I was sitting in my cabin all tired and worked up when my colleague, Cindy, came to me. Andrew, are you alright? You don't look good, man," she said. I smiled and replied, "Yeah, the work stress is just getting to me. I'm thinking about taking a break and going on vacation with Betty." I saw Cindy getting extremely awkward as soon as I mentioned Betty's name. I noticed the change in her behavior and asked, "Is everything okay, Cindy?" She looked here and there and said, You're doing good in your work. Maybe it's time for Betty to quit her OnlyFans account. I mean, this can be negative for your reputation in the office, and also, if you are serious about her." I said in a shocking voice, "What? Betty has an OnlyFans account?" Honestly, I had no problem with her using the site.
I still have zero idea what is an OnlyFans thing, so if you guys know what it is, let me know in the comments below, because each time when I'm in like a Among Us game, I always keep hearing people say, "Oh, can I have your OnlyFans stuff? Can I have your OnlyFans? Can I have OnlyFans, please?" I still have zero idea what it means, but maybe in this video we'll figure it out.
But I did expect her to tell me before opting for such a way of income. Now it became clear to me why she dressed so explicitly inside the house. I said to Cindy, "How did you come to know about it?" She smiled awkwardly and said, "Well, one of my friends subscribed to her account. It's nothing, she's just posting some, eye-catching content, but she can do so much better than that, Andrew. You should talk to her." I decided to confront her after going home that night. I didn't scream or overreact. I sat down and
Yeah, you don't want to scream, "Oh yeah," because what if she gets like a knife and then do that Among Us animation thing. I'm still trying to figure out how I'm about to get Among Us, but I know my ways how to get Among Us on the thing, so that hopefully we'll go to Among Us soon when I get my stuff.
asked her, "Betty, do you have an OnlyFans account?" I saw the color of her face change. She promptly replied, I wanted to tell you, but... Wait, how did you know about it?" I told her that's not important, but I expected her to be honest with me. She said in an upset face, "I feel like I pushed you to invest so much time into buying this house. This is why I thought that this could be a good way to earn some good money in a short period." After hearing that, I obviously couldn't be angry at her anymore. I realized she just wanted to help me and nothing else. I felt ashamed to doubt her for 1 second. I comforted her and told her she
only helping her. Interesting.
didn't have to choose this way to help me out. Betty hugged me tightly and deleted her account right in front of me. We went out
What? You know she's gonna literally log back into that account. Oh wait, delete. I sound dumb.
on a dinner date and things got back to where they were. But surprisingly, my morning headaches and bruises didn't stop.
Ads on YouTube must be so annoying, but with 3 clicks, you can install an ad blocker and you'll never see ads again.
On a Sunday afternoon, Betty was busy showering. She kept her phone on the bed. I was watching some videos on my phone when I heard sounds of notifications coming from her phone. Her phone rang repeatedly, as if many messages came in all at once. I
got one question for you. How the heck do you get all those messages in like one night or one time? That doesn't make any sense. Someone must be like spamming you or something like that.
casually checked her phone, and as I opened the screen lock, I saw 5 to 6 texts in her notification. I clicked on the texts, and it redirected me to OnlyFans. I was extremely shocked to see Betty maintaining her OnlyFans profile, even though she just deleted it in front of me a few days back. But as I
Wait, I think I kind of knew it that because I literally said that she can literally log back into her account. I literally said that.
Scrolled down to the profile. My heart stopped. It wasn't her only profile. It was rather a different profile under a pseudonym. But this profile didn't have the usual contents that
Is that a knife? What is this?
one could expect on an OnlyFans page. Some of the videos chilled my bones and explained everything that was happening to me for the past several weeks. She uploaded creepy torture videos on her profile, and in those videos, the victim is none other than me. There were videos where I was dead asleep in this very room, on this very bed, while Betty sat on me with a sharp knife looking at the camera, giving a huge smile. There was nothing magical in her smile. Rather, it was haunting and terrifying. This is not the Betty I know. She then made small cuts on my body, letting blood come out from it. She then licked my blood and looked at the camera. She started
Oh no.
out from it. She then licked my blood and looked at the camera. She started to laugh like crazy, making bizarre faces. I immediately understood that all those headaches were nothing but being drugged somehow. Betty gave me pills to make me unconscious, just to film these sick videos. And night after night, she kept abusing me in my sleep, just for some sick popularity and money. I got up right at that moment and went to her bathroom. I heard her humming a song and taking a bath. She seemed so innocent.
Just get out of here before CS is about to kill you. You better get out of here.
But I knew she was not. I locked the bathroom door, grabbed my
Okay, I thought that she was about to I thought he was about to really open the door and bust in and then he was gonna die, but this could be a bad idea.
stuff and left the house. I was more heartbroken than scared of being used by a woman I loved with all my heart. I never called her back or tried to contact her. Surprisingly, she never tried to find me either. I hope she understood that I discovered her dark secret because I left her phone on the bed like that. I once searched for her account to see if she was still using the OnlyFans platform. The account is still there, and she is still uploading such bizarre videos of torture and abuse. Except, in those videos, the victim is a new guy. I want to report her to the cops, but I know how extremely smart she is. And maybe I still couldn't get over her.
So, if she report to the cops won't believe her? Huh, that's kind of strange.
I'm stuck in a very bad place.
Hey guys, I hope you're enjoying.
Oh, that was actually kind of really scary. That was the first video. Now time for us to go to the second video. So what do you guys think? What was that first video was about? To be honest, all that I thought that he was gonna die, but turns out that no one died exactly, so it technically wasn't even that scary.
Zoom calls became quite popular during the quarantine phase of 2020, and I still regret making that one Zoom call that ruined 4 lives. I'm a 45-year-old housewife living in Montana.
That's what she sounds like? Really? A grown man. Interesting.
After the lockdown got declared, we all got locked up in our houses. But to pass the time, I often talked to my friends using Zoom. Every night after dinner, we connected through a Zoom call and chatted for at least an hour or so. My son was studying in Australia and my husband died in a car accident 10 years back. So I've been living alone for quite some time now. My friend Joanna lived with her old mother. She didn't marry. And my other friend Molly lived with her husband. We talked about our daily life mostly. Suddenly, Joanna's mom passed away. One morning, Molly called me and gave me the bad news. It was painful for all of us, because Joanne is now completely alone, and this time she badly needed us to be there for her. But we were unable to see her for obvious reasons. The only option was to connect her through a Zoom call. But as the week passed, Joanna became more and more depressed. Whenever we called her, she hardly talked. She just sat in front of the screen with a sad face. Molly and I
I've heard about like a Zoom call because we be going to Zoom calls, but I really don't think that. So you know how like the Zoom calls when you speak, green lights like literally like will like start lighting up. Either if you're like showing your face or showing your profile. Either one, it works on Discord, Zoom calls, and all kinds of stuff.
I tried to cheer her up. We even planned to take a trip once the lockdown was lifted, but Joanna didn't show any excitement. Molly often told me,
Yeah, she looks tired. She looks like she's haven't eaten 5 weeks. Jesus Christ.
"Give her some time, Ivy. She'll be fine." There was nothing else I could do at that moment, so I waited for Joanna to float back to life. I realized that it would take some time, but didn't know the change would occur so fast and unexpectedly. Joanna suddenly stopped attending our Zoom calls, or any calls for that matter. She completely disappeared from our lives, cutting all ties. Molly and I called her neighbor, Mr. Cromwell. He said, "Joanna hardly comes out of her house. At night, I could see candle lights from her bedroom window. I'll check on her tomorrow and let you guys know."
Candle lights in her bedroom window. First of all, how is supposed to even saw it? Second of all, he has good eyes. And first of all, who set candlelight in the? Oh, no. Who set candlelight in the bedroom at nighttime? Is that her something like called a flashlight?
No. The next day was Sunday. I was waiting impatiently for Molly to call me. She said she'll connect Mr. Cromwell in a conference call so that we can both know about Joanna. Around 1 o'clock in the afternoon, Molly finally called me. I picked it up immediately and heard her voice from the other side. "Ivy, Mr. Cromwell is on the line with us." "Hello? Mr. Cromwell? Did you see her today? How is she?" "Hey guys, I just came from Joanna's house. She is not the same person anymore." "I know, Mr. Cromwell. Lately, she's been going through a lot. Molly and I keep calling her, but she never picks up our call. Don't know what went..." No, you don't understand."
What? What do you mean we don't?
"And Ivy, Joanna looked completely fine at first. She was smiling. But then she told me something that freaked me out." "Why?"
What? I want to hear this. What do you mean that she told you something that might freak you out? Interesting.
"What did she say to you?" Molly asked. "She told me to come in and have a slice of her mother's freshly baked plum cake."
What? Sorry, what?
"What? But her mother..." "Exactly. I think she's having trouble believing that her mother is..."
I thought that her mother... Wait, I'm confused. Her mother is dead. Well, passed away. I'm not trying to say that. Her mother's like passed away. And she's saying that, oh, you wanna have some of my mother's pie, please? But didn't her mom died? I'm confused.
"There's no more. You all should call someone to take care of her." Whatever Mr. Cromwell said in the call shocked Molly and me to the core. I called Joanna right away. I made up my mind that if this time she didn't pick up the call, I would drive to her house. But thankfully, she did pick up this time. "Hello, Ivy. How are you?" "Joanna? Where are you? You didn't pick up our calls or even talk to us for the last few weeks. Are you all right?" "You don't have to worry about me. I'm completely fine now. See
She don't look okay.
you guys at the Zoom call tonight." She disconnected the phone call before I could say anything. But one thing I was happy about is the upcoming Zoom call. I informed Molly that Joanna will be joining us again tonight. She became excited too. We decided to confront Joanna about her health at the video call. That night I finished dinner early. Molly's husband was out on a business trip, so we connected on the video call early that day. Molly texted the Zoom call link to Joanna, and we waited for her to join the call. Molly and I were talking casually until Joanna came in. When she arrived, we were shocked to see our friend as soon as her video flashed on the screen. Joanna was sitting in a dark room. The lights were turned off, but the room was filled with candlelight. It seemed very spooky and uncomfortable to me.
Oh, okay, that does look uncomfortable. To be honest. Much better.
What have you done to your room, Joanna?
Hey, you! Me? Yeah, you! Don't you want to play?
Oh, goodness, no, Ivy. This isn't my room. This is Mom's room. I sleep here from now on, Molly said in a worried voice.
I'm sorry, but how's that her mom's room? And it's like lit a whole bunch of candles.
But why, Joe? I know you feel lonely, but you have to move forward with your life. This isn't the way to... But why would I be alone? I could see a weird look in Joanna's eyes, as if Molly had said something absurd. What do you mean? Joanna, darling, we all miss your mother terribly. She was the nicest mother one could have, but you have to accept the truth. She's no more, Joe. What are you saying, Ivy? My mom's not dead. She's right here with me.
What? Wait, huh? Oh no. Here comes the jump scare.
Yes, I know. She will always be with you, watching over you, Joanna. Please, don't be so hard on yourself. No! You are not getting it! My mom is right here, with me, right in this room!
What? I'm confused. So what you're trying to say is that her mom is here, in this room, but we don't see her. Do you see her, guys? 'Cause I clearly don't. Everyone put on your glasses on and so they can see. If you want to, put on some goggles on so you can see. No? Okay.
Right now! The hair on the back of my neck stood up immediately. What is she saying? Molly said in a panicked voice. What? What are you saying, Joanna? Your mother's dead. How can she be in that room with you? Oh my God! Can't you see her? She's right behind me. Joanna's eyes widened as she kept on making such bizarre claims like a lunatic. Joe, please stop behaving like this. You're scaring us, Molly said in a sobbing voice.
Y'all scaring me? Well, I'm taking not even in the VC, so yeah.
Now I get it. You can't see her because of the darkness in my room. Wait, let me show you guys. Joanna stood up and lit a candle. She then placed the candle right next to the bed on a wooden table. What I saw gave me goosebumps. A woman was lying on the bed, facing her back to the camera. Joanna got up holding the tablet in her hand. She then said in a spine-chilling voice, Mama? Mama, look! Molly and Ivy are here. They want to talk to you, Mama. She then looked at the camera once again and said, I'm turning on the back camera so you guys can see her face. You guys will realize how peacefully she's sleeping here. What in the hell is she doing, Ivy? Molly screamed in terror. I was speechless because I didn't know what to say. There was indeed a woman lying on the bed. As soon as Joanna turned on the back...
Oh shit. What the f... Oh my God, that scared me. Oh my God, that made me freaking pause the video. Holy crap.
Camera, we realized that a living nightmare can be. There was a corpse lying on the bed. Maggots were crawling on its face. The eyes were hanging on the cheeks. It was evident that this is a dead woman's corpse that had just started to rot horrifyingly. Molly screamed and fainted on the ground. Joanna kept laughing like a maniac. I could hear her saying, Look, Mama! Look, my friends are here to see you. They weren't believing me when I told you you were here with me, but now look at their faces. Joanna now is in a mental institution. I called the cops and her neighbor, Mr. Cromwell. We came to know that Joanna stole her mother's corpse from the hospital morgue and brought it home. The fact of losing her mother hit her hard. Molly and I are going to go visit her tomorrow. It's just terrifying to see what grief and loneliness can do to people.
What the fuck was that? that one kind of got me. That one got me. But now, it was like when I literally saw like a dead corpse, just like literally saw. But I saw was a dead corpse. But now, time for the last story.
Before I begin this story, I want to warn everyone to stay away from dark web. Last month, I had a small gathering at my place. I invited a couple of my office colleagues, and we all...
That's true, stuff dark web. Wait, how do you even get on the dark web anyways? There's no way for me to get on the dark web.
Drank and watched a football match. It was a men's night out, hence everyone got really drunk and lost track of time. There were 3 of us, me and my 2 colleagues, Max and Andy. We work in the IT department of a multinational company. The night was going well, but suddenly, Max brought up the topic of dark web. He said in a serious tone, "Very few people have the actual guts to surf the dark web. If you lost your way there, you have no idea what horrible things will come up." In my college days, I also accessed dark web once or twice, but nothing horrible took place. I said in a mocking tone, "Well, I think people spread a lot of rumors about the dark web. It's not that dangerous at all." Andy said, I never want to step in that arena. One of my college seniors told me that a guy ordered drugs from the dark web once, but instead, someone sent him the dust of human bones, which he snorted.
Okay, I'm with this person right here because the dark web is kind of like so you guys don't know what the fuck is the dark web is. That you know how like luxury dogs, I think Matt Smith got into the dark web, like a whole bunch of people been on the dark web, and pretty much that you get like a random thing. You search up, all you gotta do is like search up. I don't know how they search it up. So if they like search at the dark web, and then they just click on the first link, and then all they see is like a whole bunch of random stuff. You can find a girlfriend, animal, games, computer, laptop, friends, stuff like that. Like all random stuff. Not even stuff for like stuff. Not even food, like nasty food or drinks. Who knows? Who knows if not even on the dark web, all that site.
I said in a surprised voice, "What? What happened to him?" Andy replied while taking a sip from his beer bottle, "That guy barely got out alive. My senior told me he bled terribly from his nose." I laughed and said, "I think your senior lied, dude. I can show you dark web is not that scary at all." I got up and turned on my laptop. Max and Andy sat beside me on the couch, and we started to surf the dark web using the Tor browser.
And in his background,
Max and Andy sat beside me on the couch, and we started to surf.
In his background, it's like a freaking anime person. Really? I kind of forgot who that anime person is. Let me know in the comments because y'all know what it is. This person has like freaking 5 softwares. He got My PC, TOR browser, I think that's dark web, project, and Mr. Ben. And using what's it, the movies, okay? Not bad, not bad, not bad.
Surf the dark web using the Tor browser.
That's the dark web. Okay, I got you.
I was drunk and got adamant. I still regret going to the dark web just to prove a stupid point that night. I was going through the hidden wiki of the dark web. There were a bunch of links to various sites. We found a site that helps you to hire a hitman, and then a site where you can upload torture videos and earn money from the viewership. The more I searched...
Torture videos, really? I did not know this sort of thing, because I do not be on the dark web. Do not be on the dark web at all.
The weirder everything started to become. Max said, "Dude, can't believe some people can be this creepy in real life." I was about to
Nah, you think? Hold on, that person look exactly like a freaking school computer. Interesting.
Click a new page when Andy pulled my attention to a link. The link read http://truefootages.onion. I said, "Let's check out this link." Max grabbed my hand and said, "I don't think we should click on random links, Matthew. Let's just get out of this and watch the game. Seems like you are not one of those people who have the guts to surf the dark web, huh?"
Yeah,
I later realized how I insulted him, but I know I should have listened to Max that night. Without saying anything more, I clicked on the link. The screen started to load. Andy and Max kept staring at the screen with big wide eyes. I thought it would be some kiddish jump scare or something similar to that, but as the page finished loading, a zip file started to download on my laptop. Andy said, "Hey, it can be some virus, you know. It can crash your machine." I replied saying, "I have a strongly built antivirus and the system would have blocked the download if it was a virus in the first place." Anyways, after the file downloaded, I extracted it in my laptop and it came across with 3 MP4 files in it. I finished my beer in one sip and said, "Are you ready to watch some dark web footages?" and smirked. Max and Andy were curious too, so they nodded. As I played.
Okay, so all these ones look really scary. Video 1. Anyway, oops. Doesn't happen. Anyway, let's get back to these things.
Played the first footage. A small wooden house appeared on the screen. The house was located in the countryside. The person who took the footage started to walk towards the house. As he opened the door, we saw old furniture and damp clothes lying here and there. It was evident from the condition of the house that no one lives there. We could hear the heavy breathing of the person who had the camera in his hand, but it was hard to guess whether it's a man or a woman. The person stopped near the stairs, standing in the living room.
Hey, how's it going? Ever heard about this game called League of Legends? Well, you're hearing about it now. Check it out. Each game you...
I was obviously getting bored, but suddenly, Andy said in a whispering tone, "Did you hear that sound?" I asked, "What sound?" He said, "Listen carefully. I think someone's crying." I immediately increased the volume and realized Andy is right. There was actually the sound of a man sobbing.
Why is someone crying? Why? Oh, it's good. Scary instinct.
The man was crying like he's in terrible pain. The camera started to go upstairs. Now, our heartbeats got faster. As the person with the camera reached upstairs, the video ended. Without any hesitation.
What just happened? Wait, what? That's it? As soon as this person walked upstairs, the video just ended. Nothing else. Wow, that's nice. Nothing else, like he didn't. That's kind of sus. But we're just gonna go again.
I played the second video. The second video started showing a corridor lying ahead of the camera. This time, the cry could be heard more clearly. The camera kept moving towards the corridor, and it came near the door. Max said, "I think there's someone inside the room." Andy shushed him, saying, "Watch it quietly." Now, the person behind the camera went to open the doorknob, and we saw a pale-looking skinny hand with lots of rings on its fingers. The red nail polish on those fingers made the hand look even creepier.
I go ahead and make no video about myself. No. Huh? No.
We realized it's a woman, probably in her late 40s, filming this video. As she twisted the doorknob and opened the door, a vicious sight took place. There was an old man tied up to a chair placed in the middle of the room. It was this man's cry we heard on the first footage. Seeing the woman with the camera, the man started to cry even louder. The fearful look on his face made it all look so real. The man said in a sobbing and gasping voice, "Please, Julia, let me go. Why are you doing this to me? Please, don't hurt me. Let me go, Julia." We heard the woman laughing in a very disturbing
Who's Julia?
way. It was evident from her laughter that she was enjoying this man's pain. She placed the camera on a wooden stand or something like that. Now the camera is still, and it is focusing on the man tied up to the wooden chair. Andy said in a panicked voice, "Is this all real?" This time, I got really confused. I wasn't expecting something like this at all. The man kept sobbing, and there was no sign of that woman for a few moments. Suddenly, The woman jumped in front of the camera from the left corner. It almost gave us all a heart attack. She started to laugh, looking at the camera like a maniac. Her eyes were big and she had a pale face. The way she stared at the camera, it gave us all goosebumps. Max even said, "I feel like she can see me. What the hell is this all?" The woman slowly moved her head and looked at the man. Then, she again looked back at the camera and gestured her finger in her lips. Andy said, "This woman is freaking insane. Is she telling us to keep quiet? What kind of bizarre video is this?" I was speechless with everything that was happening in front of my eyes. The woman picked up something from the ground. We couldn't see what it was, but as soon as she started to walk towards the man's behavior changed in a second. The man started to panic like a fish out of water. He said, "No, Julia, no, you can't do this to me. I am your husband.
What?
Julia, please, don't do this." The woman reached behind his back and lifted her hand. She was holding a chainsaw in her hand. Her evil smile made my heart drop to my stomach. She again looked at the camera and shifted like before. The man was crying and sobbing, and the video ended there. The three of us sat silently on the couch, looking at the laptop screen flashing the third video file on it. I was literally shivering. Max was breathing heavily. Andy said in a trembling voice, "Should we watch the last video? What do you think happens in that?"
Nope. How about pretend that we just watched it and then we go to bed?
Max got up and said, "Damn you, Matthew. I told you to stop." I hit my face with my palm. My forehead was covered with sweat. Then I said, I don't know." Andy played the last video. What we saw next shook us for our entire lives. The man was no more on that chair. The wall behind him was painted in blood. There was blood splattered all over the room. Our eyes were stuck on the screen. Our hearts were beating like wild horses. When we saw that woman coming in front of the camera from the left side again, her head was down looking at the floor. Her hair covered her partial face. I could tell she was holding something in her hand. She then stopped and turned towards the camera. Her face was still looking down. She started to cry like a child. Her cry was making everything even more uncomfortable now. She cried, standing like that for a few more seconds, and then suddenly lifted her hand with the bloody head of her dead husband. Yes, she was holding the severed head of that man in the chair. She started to laugh like a maniac while showing
Who freaking cried and then just laughed? What?
off his head towards the camera. Her eyes were glowing. She was looking like the devil from hell. Max gasped, "Oh my God, did she really kill her husband with a chainsaw?" And immediately started to throw up on the floor. I was numb. I couldn't move, couldn't take my eyes away. The woman then got really close to the camera and gestured her bloody finger onto her lips and said in a whispering voice, "Shh, keep quiet." The video ended there.
What? He just says, keep quiet. Jesus freaking Christ.
All of us remained awake the entire night. Andy got really sick. We admitted him to the hospital as he had a nervous breakdown after watching the video. We took the footage to the cops and told them everything. The cops are still investigating and looking for a woman named Julia who cut her husband's head off with a chainsaw and posted the entire incident on the dark web. If anyone comes across this woman, please let the cops know about it. I have no doubt that she is a mentally unstable woman roaming free with murderous intentions hidden inside.
Okay. Okay, so I gotta say 1, 2, or 3, one of those ones was really scary. The other one was the most scariest. The first one, not technically, but the second one was alright. Make sure you guys leave a like and comment down below which one was the most scariest. And thank you guys so much for watching. Comment, like, and subscribe. I need to just like sleep. I'm not gonna be able to sleep. I don't think I'm not gonna be able to sleep. And I'll see you guys at my next video. Peace out.